days, it seemed, there was no end to the migration to Gold Sky. They would need another room for the school if things continued on. Delilah said nothing of that to her mother, who she knew would agree with her and begin planning immediately for it. Julie Baptiste had always been a doer. Even after raising 4 daughters to womanhood, she had lost none of the energy she'd brought with her from New York City all those years ago. So rather than share her observations, Delilah was content to turn left at the lane and walk with her mother to their home. The route wound away from the town and out into the less populated land to their homestead. Open plains stretched out across the horizon until the foothills rose up, finally giving way to the mountains beyond. It was a beautiful sight, and Delilah counted her blessings for growing up in plain view of it. "Will you be up for delivering a batch of thank yous to the men who worked on the edition?" Julie asked her, and Delilah nodded. "Yes, Mama. I'd already planned to do so later this week. I thought I might bake something for each of them as well," she said. "That's a splendid idea, dear. And you know there was a little something I thought you could do as well," her mother replied. There was a tone in her voice that hadn't been there before. It was one that Delilah had learned to recognize when her mother was planning or scheming, as her daddy referred to it. She turned now, giving her mother a curious look, and watched the older woman fidget. Yes, maybe Daddy was right. Scheming seemed the right word for what was going on in her mother's mind. "Thank you. But what is this idea you have?" "Oh, it's just a small thing, really." "How small?" "Oh, so minuscule it's hardly even a thing at all, Del." "Mama?" Julie pushed her full lips out before she sighed and then turned to look at her daughter. "Well, there is a young man in town that I feel merits far more than a baked sweet." "Oh, is there?" Delilah asked, suddenly on guard. This could not be good. Her mother scarcely took an interest in mentioning men to her daughters. But she knew a scheme when she saw it, and this was decidedly that. "Yes, and he was just so helpful. He is very new to town, dear. He scarcely knows a soul. And it is the holidays after all. A meal delivered is the very least we can do for the poor thing, don't you agree?" Her mother was looking at her now expectantly in a way she knew very well. She'd seen it on Florence, her younger sister, enough to know that she was in for nothing short of a disaster if she should choose to do anything but agree. "Yes, I suppose it is the least we can do. Who is this man, Mama?" Delilah asked when she could think of no other way to proceed. "Elliot Meyers." "The banker from Boston?" Delilah tilted her head to the side and laughed, the sound of it escaping her lips before she could stop herself. "The man is hardly a poor thing, Mama," she exclaimed, still laughing. Since he had arrived only a few months earlier, the man had positively sent the women of town into a tizzy. He was, she thought, the most eligible bachelor in all the county. He was wealthy, educated, charming, in possession of a steady job that did not place him in danger, and quite handsome. Even Delilah had been hard-pressed not to notice it when he had taken an interest in her older sister. "Yes, the banker. He was such a hard worker during the building of the addition. And did you know he is unattached?" Ah, so her mother would not even attempt to hide her matchmaking scheme then. Delilah drew in a breath reminiscent of her father's when her mother took to such tactics and feigned ignorance when Julie fixed her with an expectant look. "Mama, what are you trying to do?" she asked, keeping her voice light. Julie held her hands out and shook her head. "I do not know what you mean, Delilah. I am simply doing my Christian duty to see that one of our community is fed and welcomed properly." "And you feel that taking dinner to Mr. Meyers is the way to do it?" "Yes, it must be you that takes it." "And why is that? I feel that any of my